Hello everyone and welcome back to another AFK journey video. In this video we're going to go through all the top teams for the Sigmund Dream 1 boss. There are new top teams today using Nazrik, but we're going to go ahead and begin with the most free to play of teams. Pheromore buffing up Shmira, Pink Twin on the left and Blue Twin on the right. Buffing up Shmira on the Stellar Bond, you have Bonnie in the upper right corner, Valar in the back left. With the Divine Favor artifact, make sure you have charms crafted on the entire team and refine them onto Shmira, Pheromore, Valar, and Bonnie. Basically, Bonnie is going to be the best replacement for Ravion. Ravion is going to be a little bit better than Bonnie, and we're going to show you right after this a team of Ravion rather than Bonnie, and you can see the score difference. But Bonnie is a really good option as well, and it can be more free-to-play friendly for players who haven't gotten around to building up their Ravion yet, because Ravion does need a minimum of Mythic Plus or higher if you want to use him in Dream Realm. Now, Velka, you might be thinking, is she going to be good today? She isn't good for us, but for the players on the VN server, it is confirmed. Those players who have made it into endless difficulty, Velka is in the top team. So Velka is going to be an endless damage dealer, and the whales will be able to use that in a week from now. But probably 2 weeks from now is when the majority of the player base are going to make it to endless difficulty and see Velka in action. So you have like up to maybe 1 to 2 weeks to build Velka in preparation for Sigmund and the other endless Dream on bosses where Velka is going to be good. 70.3 billion damage from this team, which is pretty good. Pretty good score. Gonna put us into the rank 20 position. So the next team I'm gonna show you, like I said, is just gonna be Ravion in place of Bonnie. Otherwise, the team is the same. Pheromore buffing up Shmira, Pink Twin on the left, and Blue Twin on the right. Ravion on the upper right, and then Valar in the back left. With the Divine Favor, you're gonna see that this should be slightly better than the Bonnie version we just ran. Actually, 5 billion damage better. That's quite a big jump. But anyway, so this is going to be the Ravion No-Rainier team option. Now we're going to show you the Reinier teams. So we have a No-Ravion Reinier team first of all, which is going to be the Bonnie version. Reinier in front of Shmira, Pink Twin on the left, Blue Twin on the right, Valar in the back left corner, Bonnie in the upper right corner, Divine Favor artifact. This one is going to be the best team if you don't have Ravion built, but you do have Reinier at Mythic Plus, and really good, 84.7, almost 85 billion damage is a really good score from this team. It was higher than I expected, so this is a very good option even for no Ravion players. However, if you have Ravion, then you have the best team from the previous week, and also it may be the best team for the majority of the players this week as well, because the only other teams that are better than this are some Nazrik teams, and there are issues with those teams as well that we're going to come to. But anyway, this is Frosty's OG formation from the previous week. This can hit up to 89 billion damage for a maxed out account. This is the best team for the majority of the players. Reinier in front of Shmira, Blue Twin on the right, Pink Twin on the left. We have Ravion in the upper right corner, Valar in the back left corner with the Divine Favor artifact. Now, Reinier, you really want to be at Mythic Plus for this team or above, but you can also try it even if your Reinier isn't Mythic Plus yet. For some people it is working, these teams, but we're going to go ahead and do a skip run and do a couple of runs just to get the maximum score. 87.3 billion, putting us into the top 3 position, but we can definitely do better than that. I think there's going to be some RNG, because with our level of upgrades, we should be able to hit up to even 88 billion damage. I think I did hit that the previous week. Okay, 87.5 billion. So there's going to be a little bit of RNG as you see, but this can hit up to 88 to 89 billion damage for a maxed out account, and I believe I hit 88 in the previous week. Anyway, so we're going to stop there. We did 3 runs of the Frosty formation, but this is going to be the best team for most players. Now we're going to move on to the Nazrik teams. Now for the Nazrik teams, there are 3 different teams as you see here. The first one is going to be Frosty's. The lowest investment requirement for this team is going to be Supreme on Reinier or higher. So Supreme or Supreme plus Reinier. Then he's going to be able to survive. The problem is this team and all the Nazrik teams are not working with Mythic Plus only on Reinier, because Reinier dies too quickly or your team dies too quickly. So that's kind of going to be the issue, at least for our current resonating level that we're at. Reinier in front of Shmira, Pink Twin on the right, Blue Twin on the left, buffing up Shmira, Valar in the upper right corner, Nazrik in the upper left. We have charms on everyone, Divine Favor artifact. This and yeah, so we're going to go ahead and do a skip run of this, and let's see, are we going to get a new record on our first run of this team? Nazrik, are you going to do it? We do. Okay, we got a new record, and that is going to be 88.2 billion. almost 88.3 billion, showing you that Nazrik is going to be a cut above Ravion, but just very slightly. It's just a slight upgrade compared to the Ravion teams that we were showing. Is literally only like 500 million damage so far. But there are other teams. There are other teams which are working if you have a Supreme plus Reinier, which I'm now going to show. So yeah, that was Frosty's team for a Supreme Reinier minimum. Now, if you have Supreme plus Reinier or higher, you can run these other teams. We have another formation from Frosty. This is one of the top performing teams of this week. It is going to be blue turn on the right, pink turn on the left, Shmir on the Stella Ball, and Reinier in front of Shmir, Valar in the left of Reinier, and Nazrik in the upper right, with the Divine Favor spell. However, there is another important thing about this comp. If your Nazrik is too over upgraded, this comp also doesn't work because there's survival issues. This is the weird thing because of the resonating level we're at in the survival issues. So for me, because I have a Paragon 2 Nazrik, it might actually be too high that I'm not going to be able to get a good score with this team. However, if you have like a Supreme Plus Nazrik with the Supreme Plus or above Reinier, that is like the perfect point for this team. But like now you're just seeing how kind of crazy the requirements are of a team like this. I'm going to do a couple of runs. Yeah, but you're seeing we're not hitting even close to where we need to be because we're dying. Our team is just dying. So this is not going to work for me. We're going to move on to the final team. So this is the final team. This is the most pay to win team. And this is from like a combination of Star and Frosty basically. The only difference in positioning is we've swapped the Valar and the Nazrik compared to the previous Frosty team we showed. Because you have blue turn on the right, pink turn on the left, Shmir on the Stella Bond, Reinier in front of Shmir, Nazrik to the left of Reinier now, and Valar in the upper right. Now this team needs to have Supreme plus Reinier. It needs to have Supreme plus minimum on all of the other heroes. But this is the top performing team of this week. This is the one that has hit over 90 billion damage. The only team that has hit over 90 billion damage. And this is the most pay to win though, because and as high as your Nazrik is, the better basically for this team comp. But for the other comp we showed with Frosty, you need Supreme Plus to maximum Paragon 1 Nazrik, which is just, it is crazy what the requirements are. Anyway, we're going to go ahead and do a skip run of this team. And let's see, do we get a new record? Yeah, right off the bat, we get a new record. 89.987. We're almost 90 billion damage. Showing you that if you are a whale and you have maxed out upgrades, then this is the team that you want to run. However, the other two teams we showed are going to be the best for certain levels of investment, like we mentioned. So if we take a look at my leaderboard. Okay, 90.4 billion hit by my guild leader. That is crazy. That is crazy. We have 10 runs left. All I want to do is break 90 billion damage. That would make me happy. Do you think we can break 90 billion damage with 10 runs left? I mean, we're so close, but I don't know. It seems like there might not be RNG for this team when your account upgrades are high, because it looks like we're not having survival issues. Okay, we got a new record. There we go. 90.1 billion. We're done. I'm taking that. That's it. That's gonna be it for this video. So hopefully these teams are helpful and you're able to get a top score today. Even though Nazrik is looking good right now, he's in his basically peak, his perfect opportunity to perform. And when we make it to Endless, he's not going to be the best option on the team anymore. And even as you see here, just get by with Ravion. Ravion is also getting really good scores today. Nazrik is only slightly upgrading it. And like we said, depending on which team you use, you're going to need a certain level of upgrades. You're going to need like Supreme plus Reinier in order for survival and all of those things. So like, honestly, just make do with Ravion for now. Is my opinion, and you can gradually build up Nazrik on your wish list, or you can get a couple copies off his banner right now, and just like, you know, to give you a head start when you begin building him on the wish list. But that's probably the most efficient thing to do. So anyway, guys, I hope you enjoyed the video. Thank you for watching. That's gonna be it for this one. If there's any other team or formation that worked for you, please share that in the comment section down below. Thanks for watching. If you're not already a member of my AFK Journey Discord server, please join that. There's a link to that in the description of this video. Also, if you're thinking about making a purchase in AFK Journey, please use my affiliate link for the official Farlight store. There's a link to that in the description of this video and a pinned comment. This is the best way you can support me and also gain 5% bonus dragon crystals on your purchase. So thanks for watching. I'll hopefully see you in the next video. And until then, everyone, peace out for now.